first band not involved pre-Discord to absolutely nail the Hello Craig part. And welcome back to the Black Tornado Podcast, your home for underground metal. Today I'm sitting in with some Indiana boys from Bloomington, Indiana. I got Omen-Killer in the house. What's up, boys?
Oh, it's
Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
Hey, yo. Yeah, I think David Devilettis, I think he coined, well, I don't know if he coined it, but it's the first time I heard it. And he said, say the band is from Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, you got that from me.
Okay. I said, you got it, sir. So now Bloomington, in my eyes, is always Doomington. And there's a damn good reason for it, because there's some solid fucking doom coming out of that part of Indiana, which I think is great. We kind of touched base on this before we fired up the recording. People that don't know, in 2016, when the Black Tornado Podcast started, it was an Indiana-only metal show, because I obviously am from the good old corn state of Indiana. I'm a Hoosier. Still don't know what a Hoosier is. I never bothered to figure that out, but I am one. And so it's always cool when Indiana bands come on the show. Anybody that listens to playlist shows or theme shows or stuff like that, everybody knows that Indiana bands always get pushed to the front, to the top of the list, because at the end of the day, I'll play a band from anywhere, but I always have a special place in my heart for Indiana bands. And I've been following you guys for a while, so this is really cool to have you guys on the show. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Doom, drone, stoner, psych. That's really my bread and butter. I like all types of metal. I like new metal, and I like slam, and I like all that other fun shit. But really, where you get the Sabbath praise, you get the Iomi worship. That's really where I find a lot of joy in music. You guys are no exception to that. We listened to you guys sent some tracks over. I checked them out, played them a couple of times, and they fucking rip. Like, really killer shit. So
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Before we get into the show, we're gonna listen to some Omen-Killer right now. This is Mouth of Madness.
epidemic of random mass killing has spread to every country in the civilized world. Every hour, more people are becoming infected, being driven to senseless acts of extreme violence. Now, we have gotten reports, sketchy at best, of people mutating, their bodies swelling and distorting, changing somehow. Locally, the mass killings appear to have moved inland.
All the major cities on the East Coast are silent. We lost contact with Los Angeles on the West Coast last night. So it's impossible at this time to know how many unaffected people are left. If for any reason you are one of us who hasn't become infected, take shelter immediately. Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not.
All right, and again, that was Mouth of Madness by Omen-Killer.
Man, that shit ripped.
Ripped. Yes.
These guys are going somewhere.
Yes. They're coming out of the hood real soon. I really love. Yeah. At this point, does MTV even exist anymore? Heard they were shut down.
They're done at the end of the month, aren't they?
Wow, bizarre.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time. Right. Yeah, let's go. Let's hurry the fuck up.
The last band to be on MTV.
Are they actually done?
Yes.
Wow.
I think it's all done, which is crazy because like you mentioned, Headbangers Ball. I remember that was my introduction to Beavis and Butthead. You know, it was MTV used to be pretty cool. You know, they used to have some really cool shit, and now it's like reality TV shows and whatever. I'm not going to talk ill of reality. I don't care for it.
Pretty cool when it didn't suck.
Yeah, it was cool when it didn't suck. I totally agree. They should put that on the last run of T-shirts and sell.
Why now? Why not sooner for shutting that shit down?
Yeah, it hasn't been good since like 94, 95.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. It sucked for about 20 some odd years, and but you know what are you gonna do? Now we have Spotify, so you guys and these great bands can get paid literal pennies for your hard efforts, and isn't that fun? Isn't that great?
I think it's like a fraction of a penny.
It's yeah. What am I saying? It's not even a penny. It's like 3/4 of a cent. And again, and this is one of the main reasons why this show exists is because, of course, I've said it on probably almost every episode. The idea is that if you like that track that you just heard, and I'm gonna have a conversation with these boys. We're gonna ask them some silly questions and have some fun. And if you like these guys, you go to the Instagram, you check out their links. They got an album out. They got some merch. They're doing shows. Support these guys, and don't. You know, you don't got to do the Spotify streaming, so you know all of them can split 1 penny. You can buy a T-shirt. You can buy go see them live. I'll go with you. We'll have fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah,
all right, let's talk about this song. So there's an amazing fucking solo, right? A real face melter, and then the drums just go full fucking blast. And I just think that is so fucking cool. I mean, that's some killer fucking shit, right? Right?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite parts in this song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And the other song's great too. We'll get to that later. But this song right now, this Mouth of Madness, that's sick.
You think it's your favorite?
Do I think it's my favorite? I don't know. I don't like doing favorites. I just like stuff. Favorites. People go, what's your favorite band? People go, what's your favorite band? I don't fucking know. I don't have a favorite band. I like what I like and I don't like what I don't like. And this is that shit I do like. That shit's awesome.
Fuck yeah, fair enough.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So the album Apocalypse that came out on Halloween, 10/31. And so yeah, fans of metal on that day on Halloween, you had some really cool stuff going on. I threw up Grindtober, and the band Omen-Killer put out the Apocalypse album. So as far as 2025 Halloween goes, I don't want to hear you bitching because we gave you some great stuff, right? It
a lot of candy, a lot of treats, no tricks.
No tricks, man. All treats, all good stuff. it says here that the songs were mixed by a Tucker Thomason at the Mega Dungeon.
Yeah, our bud Tucker from Throne of Iron and a freshly returning Thorax, if you remember those guys.
Yes, I do. Yes. I actually think I played Thorax a long time ago. But the other band was Throne of Iron, the D&D fucking metal band. I mean, that's, you talk about my personal bread and butter. That's just excellent. And
Did you catch their second album? That's I mean, their first album's good, but that second album just rips so hard.
I heard the second album. I think it's amazing. Yes, I think I actually played a track on one of the playlist episodes not long ago, and yeah, I mean, I love metal and I love D&D. I've been playing D&D since I was a kid, and I don't know how I came across them. Have you guys did a show with them not long ago, correct? Or was it Devil Lettuce?
I'm sorry?
Did either Omen-Killer or Devil Lettuce do a show with Throne of Iron sometime within the last year?
Oh, that was us.
Oh,
that was you guys. Okay.
Actually.
Oh, did you guys play with that?
Yeah, we played a house show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played with them at Black Circle.
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
Both of us.
So one of the flyers, right? Whichever one of the bands that I currently follow at that point posted a flyer. I checked them out, because I like checking out all the bands on the flyer because that's how I find new music. Is you guys put up flyers and I listen to all the bands. And once I saw that they were D&D metal band, I was like fucking sold. And then I actually listened to it. And I'm like, get the fuck out! This is really good.
Yeah.
This is really good stuff. So that was really cool to get into them. And then of course my D&D metal buddies. Then of course I'm like, dude, you got to check out this fucking band, blah blah blah. And so I'm hoping that it got them a little traction, at least with a couple of my buddies. That's kind of what I'm aiming for here on the show. It also says here, mastered by Leonidas Machiavelli at the Joker Studio in Bloomington.
Leonidas.
That's
Leonidas.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. And
we don't actually know that person, but Jerm spoiled it. Yeah.
They should have let me in on the bit.
Yeah, it's just Danny in Danny's basement.
Hey man, whatever gets the job done. It sounds good, so whatever works.
Yeah, thanks, man.
One thing I really want to touch on, it says artwork by Heather Johnson. I don't know Heather Johnson. I don't know who that is. But if she listens to this, you're an amazing artist because that cover absolutely rips. That's great. I love it. That should be a t-shirt or a poster.
Oh, in the future, it absolutely will be.
Yeah.
Heather's a friend of mine that I've known since high school, and her artwork has always been that awesome.
Yeah, this is the only piece. Up. Does she have an IG page? Let's give her a plug. Does she have a page for her art?
Yeah, it's I think it's just at Heather Rose.
Okay. Well, you know what? When this airs,
Danny's gonna look real quick.
Yeah, when this airs, we'll make sure to put the link in the Instagram post, and then people can check out Heather Johnson's artwork because that cover, as the kids say, it absolutely slaps. I enjoy it. Yeah, you like that?
It's all her design. I think I might have talked to her like a couple of times about just exchanging ideas, but she just kind of went off, and when she brought it to us, we were just like, oh hell yeah. It was honestly kind of shocking to see just like how elaborate this artwork was.
So yes, actually it was a black and white chalk drawing, and those colors that actually happened while I was digitizing it with like a light with the camera and like an extra light or whatever. Like when I got done with it, there was just like this greenish blue hue to it. So I just bumped up the contrasts and saturations, whatever, to kind of pull out the colors. But it was just like amazing that this black and white charcoal paint or piece of artwork just like all of a sudden had these colors popping out on it.
Yeah, it really it's a piece when you go on the Bandcamp page and you listen to the Apocalypse album, really take a second. Don't give it a quick glance. Really take a second. There's a lot of detail in this cover, and it's really cool. I so want for you guys to be at the point financially where you can press this on vinyl, because when you have a really killer cover, nothing is cooler than having it on a big 12-inch piece of cardboard, right?
Oh yeah,
100%.
and we've been telling her that artwork deserves to be blown up to that size.
Definitely.
And oh yeah, when she was doing that, she was watching all three of those Apocalypse movies too. So when you look at the
perfect.
artwork, there's just a ton of like details from all three of those movies that you're gonna find in there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that makes it cool too. You have like little Easter eggs in the art, kind of things to hunt for. And yeah, really great artwork. Heather Johnson, props to you. I will, once this ends, I will immediately follow you on Instagram and hopefully check out more of your artwork. All right, it's enough about Heather Johnson and her amazing artwork. Let's keep the train rolling. So I read that this is really cool. We're going to talk about this for a minute. Omen-Killer started as a sleep cover band.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Now we got to get into sleep. I love sleep. We got to get into sleep. I have just to flex, a little bit of my vinyl collection. I do have first pressing a Dope Smoker with the original cover, right?
Sick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's Matt Reish from Night Killer sold that to me many, many years ago, knowing that I am a hoarder and will never sell it. So it wasn't like I took it to the record store and got paid. No, that is a grail in my collection. I actually don't play it anymore because I bought the reissue of Dope Smoker, so I didn't have to keep the needle burning on my original copy. I just take that out every once in a while. It's a specialty thing.
Don't look at it for too long.
I tell people you can't even. I don't even want you staring at it. Just know that it exists and think that that's cool enough. So let's talk about sleep for a second. When you guys were a sleep cover band, what was your favorite sleep song to play?
Well, we covered 3 songs. We did it for a cover show. It's a show called that happens annually called Buffy Prom, and the bands will get maybe 15 minutes to play, and
so that lets you do one sleep song.
Yeah, we managed to squeeze 3 songs into it. Yeah, we started out with Marijuana Knot. Yeah, and then the rest was all Sleep's Holy Mountain. We did
nice.
We did the Druid and Dragonaut. Yeah, Dragonaut, and then the Druid. And then that was all the time we had. So
is there footage of that?
Like the last 20 minutes of Dope Smoker. So we were like, yeah.
We also considered Sonic Titan, which that one, that's a really fun song to play. I don't remember how to play it anymore, but that would have been really cool if we'd been able to pull that off. But didn't want to piss off the promoter. I felt like I kind of was throwing my weight around a little bit to get us on that anyway. It's like Sleep is probably not like the type of band that would be playing in Buffy.
Well, I do want to point out that our singer, he announced that we are Creed and we are here with arms wide open to take you higher. And people were stoked about that until Jeremy let out that first chord on the guitar. And they're like, oh, that's really harsh. And a lot of people left.
Wow.
Yeah, once again, I was not privy to the bit. So we weren't able to follow through with the joke. So I'm just like...
No, that was the joke.
Oh, okay. Psych!
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Is there a recording of that? Is there any way I can check that out? Did anybody film it?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, look up Sonic Titan Buffy Prom and you'll find it.
Okay. If for whatever reason I forget, I am gonna message one of you later and ask you about that because I do want to check that
We'll
out.
send you the link.
Yeah, definitely.
Please do. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. What at that point was the sleep stuff just for that show, or was there a plan at a certain point where like, hey, we're gonna be a sleep cover band?
No, it was just for that show. I think Achilles and the singer had been working on the thing for Omen-Killer for a minute, but
Yeah.
that's kind of where I came in. Like their drummer, didn't have the time to do it or whatever, so they asked me after the sleep set. But I think that was just for the fundraiser.
Okay.
Yeah. The singer and I had the thing going, and then Jeremy asked me and our singer Mike to do the sleep thing, and then jamming with these guys just worked so well that, yeah, Omen-Killer just kind of formed out of that.
Now, did you guys go by a different name for that show, or was it already established you were Omen-Killer?
They called all the bands that were doing covers that night, just the bands that they were covering. So Sleep, Green Day.
Oh, we call ourselves Sonic Titan.
Yeah, but on the flyer it says Sleep.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
A lot of people were asking me like, "Oh my gosh, are you going to this? Sleep is playing."
Yeah, that seems like kind of a strange thing to put on the flyer because, if you hand me a flyer that says Sleep is playing with Green Day, you can't keep me away from that show. I'm there. That sounds so exciting.
Yeah, Sleep is playing a benefit for All Options in Indiana. All Options is a charity event.
I mean, Val just played at an elementary school.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened in Bloomington.
Yeah, if you're aware of the New Orleans band Vow, they just played Harmony School.
Baton Rouge.
Really?
Oh yeah, I guess they are Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not. I am, of course, familiar with Val. I didn't know that they did that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a weird show too because they played with a local group here called Busman's Holiday, and Busman's Holiday is not a heavy group at all.
They're like pop. They're like pop folk.
Oh, but, that's cool. The bass player of Thou, I guess that's his favorite band is Busman's Holiday. So
he has all of the records.
Wow.
He talked about all of the records in a post, and it's like, this is who we're playing with. This is my favorite band.
No, that's cool. I think whatever genre of music that you play or sing or whatever, I think it's important to also widen your your musical grounds and kind of listen to a little bit of everything. I was told that my record collection specifically looks like a blind guy threw stuff in a box because I got jazz records, I have country records, I have a little bit of predominantly it's metal and hip hop, but I have just everything. And depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I might not want to listen to Cannibal Corpse tonight. It might be I might put on an MF Doom record, or I might put on a Waylon Jennings record. It just depends on the evening.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. I mean, and we joke about it. I mean, Busman's Holiday is great, but at the same time, our very first gig was with like a surf band and like a
Mike Adams at his Honest Weight.
Yeah, a pop band. And wasn't there also like a hair metal band or like a power hair?
It was like, I think it was like another like power pop or like punk pop.
Anyway, it was just like an incredibly drastic contrast of genres.
Yeah, they had us open, and then like everybody else actually fit together.
No, I think that's kind of cool, like a variety show.
Yeah. I mean, no one ran out the door screaming, so whatever.
Exactly.
Right. So now, as Omen-Killer, do you guys play any sleep songs, or is it all just original Omen-Killer?
Pretty much all original.
Yeah, every now and again we throw in a cover, but I think the only ones we've really like done more than once are Wizard Fight, Weed Eater, and we've done what is it?
Sweet Leaf.
Sweet Leaf by Sabbath.
Yeah, right. Nice. I do love Weed Eater too. That's cool. I like that you guys cover stuff that I specifically love.
We played it in our tuning too, so it was like extra heavy. We played it in A sharp.
Okay.
So it was tough. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, what is that? That's on the Halloween. Like if on our on our press kit, if you hit the Halloween button, that's the last song on it.
Very cool. All right. So
I don't think we have it in the recording.
Is it not? No, yeah, she recorded the whole show.
For Wizard Fight.
No, not Wizard Fight.
Oh, Sweet Leaf. Yeah, Sweet Leaf is definitely on there. Yeah, I was thinking of our first show. Like I think the only stuff that was recorded was The Thing. So
yeah.
Man. I'll have to check that out in the future because as all of us, I'm sure, consider myself a diehard Black Sabbath fan, and in the future, I want to do an episode where it's all underground bands covering Black Sabbath songs. So I may have to grab that one, put it on there.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not gonna try and toot our own horn, but I think we do a pretty decent job of it. Nice little breakdown in the middle where we just kind of get noisy and pop back into it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So when you guys play on some of these bills and you have shorter sets, right? You have a 15-minute spot or 20-minute spot. Some of your songs, and it makes sense for the genre of music that you're in, some of your songs are a little hefty time-wise. Is it difficult to figure out, to arrange what you're going to play when you, say, have a 15-minute window, maybe a 20-minute window?
No, not really.
I think we just drop The Thing is what we usually do. And then usually that's like a solid like 20 minutes. I think The Thing is usually what makes it kind of a long set. If you take that out of the mix, it's a fairly reasonable set that can we can fit into a nice little box. Is
that the longest song you guys have?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it clocks in around 13 and a half on the record. But like if I'm feeling extra dramatic, it can get like 15 or 16 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's like
getting real fat and sassy with it. We'll drop that tempo about 10 BPM.
Yeah,
Nice.
I really get a kick out of doing the meme where it's like the riff comes back later, but like slower.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's like your guys' dope smoker, right? You just keep that fucker, keep that fucker going. Yeah. That's well, you guys, I don't know if you're big fans of them, but the Dead, really notorious for never playing the same song live, the same way. And they take a song and they turn it into like a 30-minute jam session before they even changed up to the next song. I have so many Dead recordings where pick any song, it doesn't matter which one, they change it because they're just, and they barely even plan it out. It's just everybody's feeling the groove, and it goes for 5 more bars, 10 more bars, 20 more bars than usual because they're just feeling it. And it's so cool when bands do stuff like that.
It's funny that you bring up the Dead because we actually have a song called Black Star that's on the album.
Yeah.
Dark Star.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Wait. Black Star. That's the Dead, right? Or is it Dark Star?
Dark Star is the Dead.
Okay, so yeah, we have the same song title. It's drastically different though.
Oh, it's not a Dead cover.
No, sorry to disappoint you.
I think it would be cool if you guys covered the Dead. I'd listen to that.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to begin with the Dead, honestly. I know some of their music, but they're not one I typically sit down and really listen to, so I wouldn't know which one to choose.
But they would be a good one to plug out.
Yeah, they really would be.
Because you guys have the longer songs, and you start jamming on something, you're really getting into it. Probably helps with all the obvious extracurriculars they had going on during their live show. But yeah, you watch some of their older performances, man, and Party is like, man, I love this, but then you're going, when the fuck are they change into this solo has been going on for 20 minutes. They're like, you imagine being there. You're just like, you set your watch to this shit. It just keeps going, and then they change into the next song, and you're like, Party is like, fuck, I wish they were still playing that last song. I was really getting into that. You're torn.
Box of Rain kind of sounds like it could be like a heavy doom song title. You know what I'm saying?
Well, could be a band,
the
too.
first one on American Beauty, Box of Rain?
I want to say, I'll catch hell for dead people. American Beauty, I didn't, I like it, but it's
a little scary.
It's not a go-to for me, but it's good. Talking about the fucking Dead. Yeah, the Dead's great. All right, we're not talking about the fucking Dead anymore. We are going to talk about an amazing venue that I wish was closer to me, for you guys probably in your fucking backyard. Black Circle, man. What a great venue that place is.
Fucking love that place.
It's a cool spot. Yeah, Indy does well by having that spot. As long as they have Black Circle, I feel like Indy is going to do all right.
I was going to say, by July or August of next year, it will be my backyard because I'll be moving to Indy. And I'm so excited just to have Black Circle that close to me because, like, this year they had some insane Doom shows. And, like, of course I made it to the Crowbar I Hate God one, but, like, I think that was a Thursday, and then that Sunday Conan played.
And I saw that, and I didn't know about it until I must have just missed the flyer, but I didn't know about it until that evening. And with Black Circle being 2.5 hours away with an hour time change, so to your clock, it's basically 3.5 hours. There was no way I could have made it, but that is just a great venue. I've been there for other bands in the past. It's just a bummer for me personally that it's not a more feasible trip, just to jump in the car and, all right, in an hour I'm going to be there. Nah, it's a whole. I gotta plan a day around going to Black Circle, but I'll say this: the staff there is nothing but pleasant. I really love how they have that grassy section where. Towards the end. What's that?
Beer Creek, I think is what they call it.
Oh, is that what it's called? I didn't know it had a name. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, Beer Creek, Deer Creek, yeah.
I guess it makes sense. For the second half of I Hate God, I was outside just getting some air because that was a sold out show, and it was packed, elbow to elbow, and towards the end, as much as I love fucking I Hate God, I got the fucking Southern Discomfort skull in my arm. I said I got to get outside, get a little bit of air, and they were so fucking loud. It didn't matter that you were outside. It was like wearing headphones. You could still hear it crystal fucking clear.
I was right in front of Gary Mader, the bass player.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, it was great, but you can feel just every note he played just through you. It was nuts. Then then Crowbar, I made sure I was like right in front for Crowbar too. And I wasn't hearing so good the next couple of days after that. I felt rough, but it was very worth it.
I'll say this: only a handful of shows have I put earplugs in, and I Hate God. And real quick too, I want to talk about that opening band. What the name? What was the name? Something with a K.
Heritis?
Yes.
Heritis. They fucking rule, man.
Oh man, I'd never heard of them. Didn't know the first thing about them. Boy, they ripped. They really killed it.
Yeah, there's somebody that I want us to play with next year for sure. I have their CD. They were selling those for $10. I grabbed one of those, the I Hate God and Crowbar merch. I walked away a happy man that night.
Yeah, I dropped the ball not grabbing their CD. I grabbed a copy of Mike's book, a couple Crowbar hats, couple tour T-shirts, and I grabbed the limited edition, or I should say the tour edition for I Hate God, the album that they pressed. They pressed a special vinyl variant just for that tour, and
Wow, awesome.
spent a nice chunk of change, but I mean it was worth it. And I'll tell you this, for anybody listening at home, as much as I love I Hate God, and I could talk about how they changed the way that I view music and all of their weird shit. I will say this: Crowbar is an absolute religious experience. I have seen, and I'm sure you guys can say the same thing. We've seen hundreds of bands. I've seen Motorhead and Dio and Rammstein multiple times, and all these other great shows. And I got to tell you, man, Crowbar, that was a fucking religious experience. I could feel my body vibrating.
None more heavy.
Oh, it was just it's one of the, and I was in the fucking back. You know, I had a shitty spot, and it didn't matter. It's one of the best shows. I'm gonna go ahead and say Crowbar. That's one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life.
Totally.
I will never miss another Crowbar show as long as I'm walking.
Same here. They have such a solid lineup right now too.
Yes.
And I think the only way it can be improved is if Sammy Dewey got back on guitar, Todd Strange on bass, and Jimmy Bauer on drums. I would kill to see that lineup.
I would kill to see, and he's working on it, and bless him. Kirk is he's getting healthy. I follow him on IG. He's back at the gym. He's getting that back, figured out, and power to him. When they said at the beginning of the tour that he was probably going to have to be seated during the performance, of course, everybody in the comments section said, well, your back hurts from carrying those heavy fucking riffs for 30 years. And it absolutely makes sense. But yeah, that was it was like when people, and I've never seen them, and I really want to. It's like when people go to a Sun show and they say that it's more of a physical feeling than it is an audio thing, because they're so goddamn loud that your whole body just vibrates. And seeing Sun, I think, would be really cool to get that. But I definitely got it with Crowbar, and let's not forget how fucking loud I Hate God was. I mean, I thought the fucking windows were gonna start popping. It was brutal. I kept looking at the bar, waiting to see like glasses, just popping. And, right. And that was fucking excellent.
That was the second time I saw him this year, because I saw him with Acid Bath in New Orleans too. And
yeah, you lucky bastard! I saw your photos. I saw your fun. Yeah, son of a bitch.
The ones I make, not as good as the ones you get in New Orleans. But I will just say, New Orleans heavy metal in general, outside of like a lot of the English stuff from the 70s and 80s, I'd say the New Orleans scene is hands down my favorite.
I couldn't agree more. I was there.
So inspiring and cool.
I was there 6-7 years ago. That's actually where I picked up the Southern Discomfort skull, and the artist. I don't know this guy. I've never been to New Orleans prior. I walked into a tattoo parlor called the Electric Lady, and I said I have this tattoo that I want to do, and the girl at the counter told me, oh, I have an artist who would be perfect for this, but he doesn't come in until tomorrow. Can we schedule for tomorrow? I said, absolutely, of course. I walk in, and the guy sees it, and his eyes light up like Christmas trees. He's like, I know exactly what this is, and I'm fucking excited to do it. I said, well, that's great. There's nothing cooler than getting a tattoo, and the artist is like really into it, And for whatever 2.5 hours it took to put it on, he's a big metalhead as well, and he's just telling me about the local scene and a lot of the bands that we've discussed. He's seen them 15 times every time they play a local show. He goes, and it was a really cool experience. He told me about this CD store, and I wish I could remember the name. There was a CD store where they had everything. You could buy a Taylor Swift CD, you could buy a Burzum CD, whatever you want. But then they had a back wall, and it was all local bands. So I guess the deal was, let's say Omen-Killer, you guys are from New Orleans. You can walk into this shop. You give the guy 15 copies, 20 copies of the Apocalypse album. And I guess he sells them on consignment. So he has this whole back wall of all, and not just metal. There was jazz and blues and that sort as well. But this whole wall of just locals. I probably dropped $50. I mean, I didn't even know the bands. I did what you did when you were a kid and you walked into Best Buy. The cover looks cool,
Exactly.
I walked out with I had some blues records. I had or CDs, I should say. I had some blues CDs, some jazz CDs, and a sizable amount of metal. And I said, this is so cool to be able to support these local bands, knowing that I'm only here for about a week. I obviously don't have time to research all these bands and check all these shows out, but I can support them by buying, a handful of their CDs. I just thought that was really cool. I wish I could remember the name.
It's really dope when record shops will do that. Just really push the local stuff and help them out a little bit. There's a place in town called Gold Dust. Our buddy Jade runs it, and even though we don't have anything, we haven't had anything out at the time. Like he immediately put a poster that we had made just right there in his shop.
Next to the Black Sabbath records.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was very cool.
Yeah, Jade is extremely cool for that. Had to give him a shout out.
Yeah, what's the name of the shop one more time?
Gold Dust Vintage and Vinyl.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. All right, when I come down to hang out with you guys, then we're gonna have to pop over there, and I'll have to. What is that? The YouTube channel where they do what's in my bag, and we'll all buy a bunch of shit, and then they can sit there
Amoeba.
And talk. Amoeba, yeah, we could do the Amoeba thing where we go, what's in my bag, and I'll have the Omen-Killer CD at that point, so I can say I got the Omen-Killer, I got Apocalypse right here. And
that'd be awesome.
That'd be super sweet.
Yeah, I need to do more content that is visual, because I'm on YouTube. So maybe I'll make a Doomington road trip, hang out with Omen-Killer, put it in the like this fucking video, put it in the comments or something if there's something that you'd be interested in, because I'll do it. It's not that far. They're like 3 and some change, 4 and some change or something. I get gas money. I can do it. One of you guys can give me a couch or something, I'm sure. I got a buddy in Bloomington. I'll go crash with him or crash with you guys. I'll figure out a place to fucking sleep and figure it out.
I got 3 couches in this apartment too. So.
Love it. Yeah, I'm not a big guy. I take up couch space. It's all good. Speaking of this
place,
I'm sorry.
I was just saying something that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. I said Bloomington is a very crashable place.
Yeah, I like it. No, it's cool. I was we were saying before the recording, I have a friend who lives in Bloomington, and went out there and we played some disc golf. We played some regular golf. Shout out to the par 3 golf course out there. That place is sick as hell. It's like $10 to play around there. It's a good time. Went to that Nick's restaurant that had a great pork tenderloin sandwich, and I really enjoyed myself. So let's dig in a little bit to more of the Doomington local scene. So if somebody like me doesn't live there, outside of obviously Omen-Killer, Devil Lettuce, who else do people need to be on the radar for from your area?
Thorax, absolutely. Thorax is actually, I can't remember if I saw them first or if I saw Black Sabbath as my first concert. It was my mom, but it was one of those two in 2012.
Okay.
And Thorax has been constantly badass. If you like Norse mythology at all, if you like High on Fire,
Yes.
Kind of like High on Fire, but with like more like raw black metal style vocals.
Definitely, it's like blackened doom. Like Tucker kind of just like threw in like both of those like influences in there, and just kind of made like a really cold, frosty sounding doom metal project. But yeah, they've been around since like '07, and yeah, they're for sure. They were like the first metal band in town that I had heard of.
I mean, we're
definitely check them out.
we're like specifically excited about it because they haven't been a band for about the last 10 years, and we're about to play a show with them as they return to be a band again. So,
hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll have to. Maybe I'll reach out to those guys. Maybe I get them on the show. That would be fun.
oh yeah, they'd love. So the lead singer of that is also the guy who engineered our album.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, that's Tucker.
Yeah, a lot of that just crushing production. It was like all him. Like Danny did an incredible job mastering the record, but it's just like the whole mix. Like the engineering, the mix. That was all
The
him.
mic setups, yeah.
Yeah. He set everything up.
His quote unquote unethical drum work that he did to Danny's drums.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he made them sound insanely tough. I mean, they sound tough naturally, but he really, really nailed the sound. Well, real quick though, before we get too off track, we need to shout out our buddies up in Indianapolis, Atavistic Decay. They're a death doom band. Our buddy Steve, he's ex-Bloom. Actually, him and Jink are both ex-Bloomingtonians. We've all either been in bands or done something with those guys at some point, and they are just some very excellent, like black and death doom. Absolutely should check them out.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, their debut EP. It's the one with like all the black and the purple on there. Like that. That one. Yeah, that one is incredible if you're into the death doom sound.
Yeah, they're another band that we want to link up with in 2026.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll have to once we get off here, I'll have to check those guys out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Another one I can throw out there from Southern Indiana would be Rat King out of Evansville. They got this kind of like this like watery doom vibe with a slight Alice in Chains twist.
Okay.
Like I fuck with it real hard.
Big Electric Wizard vibe. Super heavy.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, shit, man. I'm gonna have to start. I'll have to play this back and start writing all these bands down, man. That's really cool. That's at the damn bottom of the state. Those guys are almost like Ohio at that point, right? Or what is that? Kentucky?
Illinois. Yeah, it's pretty close to Illinois. Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, Illinois, Kentucky. Pretty close by.
Hell yeah. No, that's cool.
Then there's Fairy Ring, also from Evansville.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen to Fairy Ring. They've got this awesome album called what's it called? Weary Traveler, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, very like fantasy stoner doom.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's right up my alley. That's my bread and butter. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, they run 3 Sun Model T amps on stage. Like the bassist and both of the guitarists play Model Ts.
That's sick. Yeah, that's sick.
Not necessarily a metal band, but in the doom spectrum is our friends Wind.
Yeah, Wind is excellent.
Unique, it's like heavy, like shoegazy, like doom mixed with like
pedal steel.
Yeah, like pedals. Yeah, they have a pedal steel player.
Oh wow!
On paper, it sounds fucking atrocious, but like they really hit it out of the park. And I fucking hate pedal steel. Like I hate that sound.
Pete is a really good guitar player, whether he's on pedal or like playing his Telecaster. Like he's like one of the best guitar players in town.
Hell yeah!
But Wind is the shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, people that are listening to this, Omen-Killer just gave you a handful of bands, and you can go home and make your own playlist of Indiana metal bands, and you can pretend that it's 2016 Black Tornado podcast, and the show never changed, and you can ride that train for a while. That sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead.
We got two more for you.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
kind of Kokomo area, but Damn Us All and Master Hunter.
Okay.
They're both
Damn us
our
all.
buddies, and anytime we're on a bill with those guys, it's usually one of the funnest nights. So
Yeah.
Damn us all rings
we just
rings
had
a
Master
bell.
Hunter. We just had Master Hunter up here at the venue I work at, and I haven't seen anybody move a crowd like that in a long time at that place.
Oh, very cool.
It
definitely-
was really good. I mean, and it was even better because their lead singer actually like couldn't make it, so the two guitar players just kind of like stepped it up and like came out. You know, they don't like normally sing, and they just took the role, and it was I don't know, I think it was
that was one of my favorite times seeing them.
it was almost better. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
Almost. Yeah, I don't want to be mean because I like those guys, but I know that like
they need to do some backing vocals.
Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna next 2026 spring, summer, or whatever the fuck we call it. It's like Indiana, we only have 2 seasons anyway. But when it gets warm, I should say, right? When it gets warm, I'm gonna have to come up your guys' way. We're all gonna have to hit a show. It sounds like a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
A band that's up and coming that we've played with before. That's really cool. If you're into black metal, Ritual Spell. No, that band is sick.
Yeah, I do. I'm not the biggest black metal fan, just overall, but I do like the handful of stuff I hear every year. Black Tornado, I do black metal Black Friday, so the day after Turkey Day, and
nice.
So that's by the time this comes out, that's already aired. So go back and listen to my friend Amanda from her solo project, Kurthroth. We sit down every year and we play some black metal. This year it was all UK based underground black metal bands, and we had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, if you guys are into black metal, that's a good episode. Or go back to last year and listen to that one. We had some excellent underground black metal bands, kind of from all over the country, all over the world, I should say. And yeah, it was really a good time. I do want to switch gears though, because you at home cannot see this. I am wearing a very old, tattered Thing T-shirt, because John Carpenter's The Thing is tied for what I think is probably the most essential and best horror film of all time. The other would obviously be the original Halloween. Why The Thing over any other film? What made you guys gear that way?
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Yeah,
Tell
Danny
the
and I were
story.
involved when The Thing came about. This was like Priya, so I'll leave this to Achilles.
Okay.
Yeah, I was chilling in my old apartment, which is the one directly behind me, up 2 floors. And it was 2022, and we had just gotten like the first real big snow of the year. So at the time, I was listening to like a lot of Meshuggah and like Conan, so I tuned down really low. And then the first day that it snowed really bad, what do when you can't go to work? You put on The Thing, and you get stoned. You play guitar. So I mean, that like first riff you hear in The Thing, and that whole section, I immediately came up with that.
Very
while watching The Thing, and then like in the back of my mind, I was always like, yeah, theming around The Thing, and then eventually when Omen-Killer started coming together, I was like, oh yeah.
And I will say that is the correct film to watch. Once you finish The Thing, the next movie you watch is The Shining, the original.
Yeah.
Another
Absolutely.
great snowed in, with your beers and so you got the pot and the guitar. For me, it would be the beers and the bass. So same feathers, different feathers of the same bird.
Exactly.
Yeah, I refer to that subgenre as post-Halloween horror. just your wintry
Yes.
stuff. That's great to put on once the weather is just completely gone to shit.
We need more of those.
Mhm.
We need more snowy horror.
Yeah.
There's
Silent Night, Deadly Night, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, off the top of my head, there's not the Disney film, obviously, but there's a horror film called Frozen. These people are stuck on a broken down ski lift.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
It's decent enough, and then not really wintry themed. It just so happens that it's winter is another horror film called ATM with the kid from Drake and Josh, Josh. The heavier set fella. Yeah, he's fucking in this movie. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the time of year. It just so happens to be winter. But we're not talking about Drake and Josh. We'll do that on another show. I am going to get around to my favorite question. Sometimes I forget to ask my favorite question, and I think I'm 3 for 3 with the last 3 bands I've had on the show. I've asked my favorite question. You can't see behind me, but there is a shoe rack because I have that many. I said you can't see it, and then everybody in the band looks at the thing trying to see it. I love it.
Yeah.
We don't believe
Love
you.
it. Yes, it's back there somewhere. But there's a shoe rack because I have that many pedals that a shoe rack deemed appropriate. So I like to ask, and I'll let you guys answer this one in turn. I like to ask, what is your favorite piece of gear?
Ooh.
So that could be any piece. It could be a guitar, a
I
pedal.
was going to say our drummer also plays guitar, too, so...
Okay, well then drummer, I guess he gets to maybe have 2 answers then.
Okay, I mean, I can totally go first. My snare drum is a Tama Black Beauty. It's like the cheap version of the Lugwood Black Beauty. It's an 8.5-inch deep by 14-inch round metal snare. I've switched it out for the snares that came with it for a 40 strand snare, kind of like John Bonham, and then I've got a Velocity style head that has a titanium plate in the middle, so I can get like an old style sound if I play on the edges, and I get the poppy metal sound when I play in the middle. That is like my coup de grace of my drum set, the drum I've always wanted. I mean, I did recently put together a drum kit that I call my Doom kit. I kind of had always played some other kit. Now I've got a bunch of oversized drums. But and then I guess for my guitar playing and my sound when I play stoner metal and other projects, I use like a combo of the DoD 212 and our first edition like DoD FX69 grunge pedal, like 69A, back with the metal cases before it was higher manufacturing.
Did you test?
Mass produced. That's what. Yeah. So it's kind of late over here for me.
Yeah. All right, who's up next?
Oh, I really like my my Electro Harmonics Black Russian Big Muff. Yeah,
Nice.
we both used a clone of the Black Russian Big Muff on the record. Isn't that right? You used it somewhat too. Yeah, and now I actually gave that to Achilles to use, and that's on his board, and I've got my own version 8 Black Russian Big Muff. So it's like the last one that they made in Russia, and basically like they basically just like kept on like just changing the parts to it to make it just cheaper, because it just became more and more expensive to make shit in Russia. Right. They were like making it smaller, using less metal, using like cheaper parts, and like I've got the cheapest one that is being held together by like 4 screws instead of like 6 screws.
Yeah.
But because it's smaller, it fits pretty well on the board. It like you can make it fit in a spot that would be for like one normal pedal. But since we the Black Russian Big Muffs, that's the one that's really coveted by bass players. It just has this thick, chewy lower mid-range presence. It's like not the loudest or the most distorted pedal, but we've just kind of adopted that sound, and that's like the main sound that you hear on in the Mouth of Madness.
Okay.
On the other song, Prince of Darkness, I'm using a Fuzz Lord Effects FU2. It's kind of like a super fuzz, hyper fuzz, sort of like Electric Wizard type of pedal, and I love that one. But I think the Big Muff is like our main sound. We kind of just have that hyper fuzz on Prince of Darkness just to kind of add a little variety to the sound. So
is the FU2, is that the one that just has the one dial?
No, you're thinking of Does It Doom. That one's called the Sabathi. Yeah.
Oh,
that's part
okay.
That's part of like
confused.
the one. Yeah. Achilles has a badass Does It Doom pedal called the Doom Saw.
Yeah, that's a really good HM2.
I have that one. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah, that one's sick. That one's on the record too.
Yeah. Shout out Does It Doom and Fuzz Lord Effect.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, we love their shit, man.
Yeah, love their YouTube channels.
Same.
Love their lessons. Love their pedals.
Yeah, Steve is like he's kind of our homie. We love his stuff. We love watching Steve.
Yeah.
I get lost with those videos. They're a lot of fun.
He's like America's Ola England,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a very good analogy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me, my favorite piece of gear, I'm looking at my guitars and I'm like, I can kind of get away with playing whatever guitar. And same with the amps. I use my Music Command HD 150, and that thing's a monster. But I also like to use Jeremy's Randall RG 100 ES. I'm just like really trying to think, and I guess I would have to say, the Black Russian and the Metal Zone, because I use the Metal Zone kind of like Kirk from Crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clean boost.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. In back in the mid 2000s or whatever. That's what everybody said they were using wrong. And that's why they didn't like the sound of the pedal, because it's supposedly it's a great boost. I have one over there. I don't know. I don't use it that often. I feel like I got it on a deal, and I just figured, well, I have this big pedal collection. I feel like you have to have the HM2. But I have the I have the Wazacraft one, so it has that.
That one's on the record too.
switch.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really cool
I love
pedal.
that Wazacraft.
It never ends up on my board, but that's just because I'm particular. At this point, I have so many pedals and so many different arrangements. I still buy stuff, especially like fuzz pedals. I'll buy a different one just to play with it, but the board never really seems to change. I kind of feel like I'm set. As much as I like collecting and playing with new stuff, the board kind of just stays, the same.
I feel like we're all gainiacs. We love our fuzz, we love our distortion.
Oh,
yeah.
Another thing I love, and I'm going to shout them out because they're an Indiana company, is
okay, great.
Wilson. They made my Freaker Wah, and what the Freaker Wah is, it's a clone of the Tycobra Chicago Parachute Wah that Tony Iommi used on Electric Funeral. Alice Cisneros from Sleep used it a lot, and I think Geezer even uses it.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of the most wah sounds you can get out of a wah pedal.
Alice Cisneros uses it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a monster. So
now you chopped up a little bit when you said it. Say the name of the company one more time.
Wilson.
Okay. I just want to make sure that people get that loud and clear, especially if they're an Indiana based company. Want to make sure people hear that loud and clear.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for it, it's called the Wilson Freaker Wah, and I believe I have the version 2.
I'm actually pulling that up right now.
Well, because it's a pretty sweet wah.
I have a wah that I really like. I use the Rex Brown Morley.
Okay, nice. Very cool. Morley. Morley's good stuff.
Yeah.
We've used those too. You know, like the George Lynch Dragon Walk.
Yeah.
I think Achilles was using the Cliff Burton one.
Yeah, there's a new Cliff Burton one out now that I want to try, but my buddy Nate, he used to play bass, and he had the old Cliff Burton one from like 2014 maybe when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's a really great little wah too. It's got like its own little distortion or fuzz on there.
I have one of the Cliff Burton pedals, one of the Morleys. I don't remember the year. I've had it for quite a while. I've probably had it for like at least 10 years. So I don't know what that means in terms of.
Oh, that's probably the same one I got.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I really like it if I'm doing like bells or something. You know, it sounds pretty damn spot on. And I'm a shitty bass player, so anything that helps me sound semi-passable is nice.
You step on a Morley and everything sounds cool, man.
Yeah, they should hire you to write their slogans because that sounded good. I like that. Yeah.
I feel like if they took that as a soundbite, they could put that on the radio. You know?
Yes.
Everything sound cool, man. Yeah, I like the Bad Horsey, the Steve Vai one. I'm using a Crybaby right now. Actually, I use the 95Q. It's the only switchless Crybaby. Yeah, I really like the switchless. You know, like because I just don't want to like have to push a button that I can't see. You know, to like and then have to push it again to like turn it off and then be like not really sure if it's off or not, you know. So
yeah. If anybody from Wilson's watching this, version 3 of the Freaker, make it optical.
Yeah, switchless is best, I think.
Hell yeah. Well, hopefully, you know.
I got.
Hopefully somebody you know that knows those guys hears this and sends their message along. This was really cool, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. We are going to close out with one more Omen-Killer track, and then we're going to leave you. So before we get to our last song of the day, which is Prince of Darkness, I want to say thank you to the guys from Omen-Killer for stopping by the podcast, hanging out for a good while. We had a good chat. Talked. That's a great effect you got going there. I wish I could.
How did we do that?
I don't know how that just happened, but I went like that, and then it just started. Oh wow! So if you apparently if you throw the horns like that, it just like makes it look like you're at a trance show or something.
Wow, that is really cool.
Wow. Yeah, I was like, wow, that Molly's kicked in.
I thought you guys were like planning that. Oh, I thought you guys were planning that.
Well, for those
nobody can see. That's what sucks.
Well, it looks like a stereotypical Hollywood. Somebody just smoked weed. Now all the colors are blending together.
That was. I was not prepared for that. I'm glad I'm just on the Red Bulls right now because if I was on something else and I saw it.
You know, let me look at it again.
Yeah, that's so. Hold on, there it goes. Wow.
Yeah, a little laser show happening.
Yeah, you throw the horns up above your head and then laser show. That's really well. I've never ended a show. You guys are first for ending a show in such an interesting way. God, maybe I should. You know,
we're definitely all about that drama. You know, having a cinematic finish, if you will.
Right, a cinematic finish to an audio program, but nonetheless, I appreciate it. I think it's cool. So we're going to wrap this up, and then don't go nowhere, because we're going to close with Prince of Darkness by Omen-Killer. It's so fresh. He's doing it again. It's so fresh. I can't say it. Once again, thank you to Omen-Killer for stopping by. This was a good time. We got to talk Indiana, got to talk Omen-Killer, of course, and it's so cool. And now it's not doing it. Maybe you burned it out. Oh, lame. Say you can only do it so many times. Thanks for stopping by the show, guys. This was a good time.
Thank you for having us. It was awesome.
Excellent. Yeah, it was fun talking to you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you guys are welcome back anytime. All right, don't go nowhere quite yet because we're going to close out. This is Omen-Killer with Prince of Darkness. As always, I am your host, Adam. This is your home for underground metal. Be safe, be good to each other, take care of each other, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Peace.